Hello, a very good day to you and welcome to another episode of the Candy Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. Such a pleasure to have you on board. My name is Evan Sokinyi. Remember, this is Kenya's most comprehensive and of course the boldest political analysis show. I'm always joined here by Professor Herman Manyora. How are you, sir?
Good.
Yes. We are here definitely looking at how things are taking place in the country. The last time we had a conversation with you on how to fight graft and end this menace that has troubled our country for ages. You gave us a candid conversation therein. But of course, there is this bill that has been tabled in Parliament by the Homa Bay Town Member of Parliament, George Peter Opondo Kaluma, seeking to actually do some sort of an amendment to the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act of 2003. Definitely, he wants a section of it deleted to allow all these victims, or rather people who've been convicted of economic crimes and other corruption crimes, to be allowed to vie position for elected positions and as well be appointed in the public service. I wonder what you make of this approach by Peter Opondo Kaluma. He argues and says that already by the time that these people leave prison, they've already served that sentence. So barring them from vying for office for 10 years would be some sort of a double punishment. What do you make of his statement?
On the face of it, that is a useless motion or move. Because Kenya is not short of people. And if we continue bring back people who have messed this country, then we will never go far. If you are given a chance to serve your country and you go and steal and mess, why would we bring you back? You see, in places like Japan, for example, and some of other East Asian countries, by stealing from public, you bring dishonor to the family, to yourself. And you can't even live with the shame. Why would you want to bring those people back? I said on the face of it, the obvious reaction one would have. But certain cases would make you be a little hesitant. And therefore give the benefit of doubt to the move by Kaluma. I'll give you a live example. I know of a young person, a young lady, who was a CEC of a county. She was impeached by the county assembly. According to the law, you can't run for public office. You get it? Now, when you come to look at it, the MCS may just hate your looks. Or it can be things they don't even understand. They can be begging for your blood because MCS are always looking for money. If you are the speaker or a CEC, they want you to employ people. They want the contracts. They want things. You don't give them, they can impeach you. Should you be condemned to die on the basis of judgment from people like MCS? So, for that reason, I'm willing to entertain that bill or motion or whatever it is from Kaluma, but only to say there must be a way. Maybe a review commission or something, which can review certain cases under very clear parameters. But anybody who has stolen from the public and it has been proved, they should go home.
So you're saying here,
to serve the public is a singular honor given to you. If you use that office to fleece the public, why would you give you another chance again? So Kaluma, it shouldn't be blanket.
What do you think would be the reason behind Kaluma's approach to this? Because owing to the fact that one, he's a lawyer, and I tend to know that I believe that perhaps he's well versed in matters law. Why would he go ahead and sponsor a motion that would
Parliament works in such a way that people lobby Parliament. So it could be a lobby group pushing him. It could be even a specific case. You know? Or it could be his own intellectual. He can apply his intellect on the matter. The way I've told you, like that young lady, consigned to oblivion, never to work for the public again, just because MCS impeached him. There was that case in Kiambu. I don't know how this guy was cleared. You see? And our courts are also sometimes not. This guy of Kiambu, him, he was cleared. I don't know how.
Yeah, that is Karungo. Senator
Yeah, I don't know how our courts work. Because the law as currently is, he shouldn't have run for office. And I keep telling people, including the judiciary, let us remain simple in the way we apply the law and do things, and in our interpretation. If the law says somebody who has been impeached cannot run for public office, there should be no room for entertaining that person. He comes to court at 10:30 and at 11 he's out of the court. He's told this is a clear application of the law. It's not for, you can't canvass the law. There's nothing to interpret here. Let's remain simple and true to the law. I have nothing against him. I don't even know him. But I found it a little interesting. I rather we go the Kaluma route than allow people to be allowed to run for public office when the law is very clear that they shouldn't run for public office.
Okay. So let's look at a number of organizations and groups have been called upon by the Judicial and of course Legal Affairs Committee there, headed by Senator Muragara. I wonder, of course, they've given in their views and they're saying that this would be some sort of a clawback to all the benefits that we've accrued as a country due to the implementation of Chapter 6. So, and of course, the issue about whether Chapter 6 works for this country has also been brought on board, because I saw even the IBC give its view there, and they are saying that they do not want to support that bill at all. I wonder whether some of these organizations are justified, rather some of these government bodies are justified in giving such kind of views, while they've been accused in the past.
They have never even applied them. They have never used them. Why would I even listen to IBC talking about that? They have cleared people who clearly shouldn't have been cleared. So what contribution are they making? They have no contribution to make. They should shut up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the IBC should not...
But I thought what Kaluma should be doing and other people is to come with legislation that limits the number of the duration a case can take. Let's say if you are caught up in these corruption cases, 6 months. Let's say it doesn't go to the Supreme Court. Clearly, it's just a court of appeal, 6 months. High Court, 4 months, Court of Appeal, 2 months. Either you are free and you go to run for office, things you want, amonenda kula marage committee. That's the law Karuma should be bringing.
Okay.
To be very clear the time it takes to prosecute, to conclude a case, corruption case, mtu ameiba pesa ya umma miezi 6. Hakuna huko mbele mpaka na appeal 6 months. Mtu aenda kule maragi. Ama aende nyumbani kwa familia yake, he's free. Yeah.
Okay.
If we don't do that, these other things they are talking about, they are not important.
But we've had members of parliament who've been convicted. Right now, they're actively involved in parliament. We've had a number of governors who are even serving now, or even who had served before, and yet we've not seen any.
Those are the things I'm saying. Let's first of all implement the law as it is. You know, there are two things about our law. That, first of all, understand it. Implement it as it is. Then in the process of using that law, applying that law, implementing that law, we find there are challenges. Now we address the challenges. Here we are running to address the challenges in a situation where that law is not even working. IBC is not stopping anybody from running. So what is Kaluma talking about? Karuma should insist that that law first works. Okay? That man of Kiambu should not be a senator. First. Then we look at this young man, he's called Dangwe, whatever he's called. He looks sharp and young. So, mtu kama huyu, akae nyumbani sababu MCA walimwimpeach, hapana. Let's go to parliament and do something about the law. That's the way that's a way to be civil. That's a way to ensure we remain a country that is true to law, with clear fidelity to the rule of law. That we apply the law as is now, but identify things that need to be addressed, either mischief or whatever it is, or they have certain excesses, or we give that thing a human face. The law is there, it is saying 20 years without option of fine for drugs, then we ask ourselves surely, sasa mtoto ya mtu under peer pressure amevuta kabangi kidogo ameshikwa, wale wanajua wametoroka, yeye ameshikwa, should he be put in for 20 years? Say no. You see, there are issues of defilement and rape and whatever, some of them which can be mitigated, however remotely. And we say no. If it didn't go this far, maybe we have tied the hands of the court so much. Let us say instead of only option 15 years, let's give the magistrate some leeway, some leg room to look at the specifics of the case and apply the necessary sentence. So that's how you use the law. You don't, the Kaluma is putting the cart before the horse. Let us apply the law as it is first. Then we identify the areas that need to be changed.
So you're saying, according to you, that law has never been applied in the country?
Where has it been applied? I've not seen. I'm looking for it. Even things like, even lawyers, LSK, they just make here noise when wanaongea tu. There are lawyers who have stolen clients' money. And they have been struck off the register, but they go and run for election and they are in parliament. Those are the things we must address so that we have a society that has serious fidelity to the law. But in the process, if the law is not serving us as well as it should, we can then go to amend the law. So that's number one. Number two, let us bring a law in parliament today that forces the judiciary to hear corruption cases maximum 6 months, including the Court of Appeal. And nothing else beyond that. We should not waste time of the Supreme Court on thieves. You can't steal our money and we waste time. You waste time in the Supreme Court. No. And at Upper High Court, we can even stop it at the High Court. You go to jail or you go home. Yeah.
Because these have sparked a lot of debate and reactions from a number of Kenyans and leaders across the country. Of course, our leaders are still silent on the same. But then my question would be, of course, the anti-corruption campaigners are the ones who are actually talking right now. But then the larger question that we are asking right now as a country is that when we argue this way, when we look at our members of parliament presenting such kind of amendment bills to parliament, and of course money goes there in to conduct public participation on those, and public view is actually looked into and taken into consideration, how long will it take as a country to reach that point where we can say that corruption is something of the past in this country?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing for anybody to be seen to be speaking on behalf of the thieves who have done what they have done to this country. You see what I mean?
Yes.
People who have stolen from this country, nobody should be seen to be speaking on their behalf. Let them, first of all, let us see let's see a few of these thieves eat beans in committee. Secondly, let us make sure they are processed quickly, 6 month time. And then now let us look at the provisions of the law that we need to amend in the manner Kaluma is suggesting. Yeah.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as controversial as that bill by the Homa Bay Town Member of Parliament, George Peter Opondo Kaluma, may be, we are still here on the ground and we are looking at it keenly. We are following up to make sure that we bring you up to date with each and every detail pertaining to that bill, whether it will sail through and of course make those who've been accused of economic crimes and corruption have their day at the end of the day. Till we have this conversation, have yourself a lovely day. My name is Evans Okinyi.